What's up, everybody? This is Iron Trek 96 here, bringing you guys another figure review. So today we're going to be taking a look at Star Wars The Vintage Collection, The Child, or Grogu, or Baby Yoda, as many of us have come to call him at this point. So as you guys probably seen by now in the video's title, this is going to be a 2-for-1. Since I figure that just making a video review for this little dude alone is probably not going to make a full-length video that I'd want to put out there. So, I mean, I figure I'd go ahead and review the Beskar version of Mando here from Maldo Kreis. So this version of Mando did come with a Baby Yoda as well. That Baby Yoda, I guess many can argue that is a bit more screen accurate when it comes to the face sculpt when it's compared to this one, because this Baby Yoda here is the one that was released in the Vintage Collection line by himself. The eyes are painted in white, and I guess later versions of this little dude, like say the one that came with this Mando here, got the face paint job a bit more screen accurate. Personally, I really don't care. I think it's a really nice looking Grogu. For the articulation on this little dude, I mean, you're not really gonna get much out of him. He does have a nice ball joint on the head, so you'll get a fair amount of movement there. And then the arms are on ball joints. I mean, the arms are pretty much a single piece with that ball joint at the end. And then I don't believe the wrists rotate. No, they don't. So that's pretty much it. He does have his little feet molded in down there. And yeah, I mean, here's a good look at the head. It's a really nice looking little Grogu head. Nice amount of detail. I mean, they didn't go above and beyond on this guy, but still, for what he is, you know, it's a nice little Grogu here. He does come with this little floating egg cradle thing that he pretty much rides in throughout the entire first couple seasons. It is nicely detailed. It does have the little blanket in there. This does come apart, so you get a better look of what his cradle looks like in there. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this thing. I mean, it does have a nice amount of paint on the outside to give it some extra detail. But I mean, that's pretty much it when it comes to this thing. But you can get the entire capsule cradle thing here to completely close. So you could get little Grogu to go ahead and go in there and do his little thing. So I mean, that's cool. And it does come with a little stand, of course. It's clear, supposed to emulate like as if this little thing was floating. So yeah, I mean, there's that. So that's what little Grogu looks like in there. And this little frog, he does come with this as his accessory. So I mean, it's, I guess, you know, whatever. So you go ahead and put that in there with it. Yeah, there you have Grogu from the Vintage Collection. So as for Mando here, this is the what is it called, the Maldo Kreis version of Mando. So as you guys can see in the back of the packaging that it came with, that's what little Grogu would look like. It's basically the exact same figure. The only difference being that he's got that extra paint, like to insinuate like he's been in the snow as well as Mando. And obviously the head is a little bit more show accurate, I guess, with the eyes being all black as opposed to the little bit of white like this one has. But yeah, the overall look on this guy is really good. I mean, the Beskar version of Mando is probably my favorite. I'm glad to have gotten this guy in a 3 3/4 inch scale size to put into my collection, because the one that I've always had up there up until recently when I got this guy was the first episode of Mando, the one before, you know, pre Beskar. But yeah, I mean, come to think of it, this is literally the exact same figure as that one, the same articulation, basically you know, the same nasty leg joint that a lot of people don't like. I personally don't like this leg joint. I prefer the ball joint that they've done in later figures of the Vintage Collection line. So hopefully we get a new version of Mando with the upgraded leg articulation. But aside from that, yeah, this is a really nice Mando figure. For the articulation on this guy, he does have that really nice ball joint on his head that gives him a fairly good amount of movement up there. So yeah, he's got that going. For the shoulders, he does have that swivel that goes in and out. and it rotates 360. But unfortunately, the way that these shoulder pads are molded, it does bump into the plastic up here for the torso, so it does make it difficult to go inwards. I mean, there is a way to do it, but you know, you got to really fidget with it. There you go. So then there's that. For the elbow, it does have the bend at the elbow, rotates 360 at the elbow. It does have the rotation at the wrist. It does have that swivel that goes, you know, in and out. For the upper body, it does have that ab crunch rotation. For the legs, it does have that joint that I really don't like. It's basically one of those swivel joints that goes in and out, but it also rotates because it's put in the figure in such a way that it goes straight up instead of sideways. That would allow more natural movement on the legs, so he could properly sit down. So yeah, that's that kind of joint. And it does have that upper thigh cut right there, so it allows it to rotate. It does bend at the knee. It does not rotate at the knee, but it does have a peg that goes straight down into the lower leg. So instead of rotating at the knee, it rotates at the lower leg right here. So you get that rotation, which is weird. For the foot, it does have that pivot and it rotates like so. That's about as much articulation as you're gonna get out of this guy. For the details on him, he is covered in that white paint to make him look all covered in snow. This disruptor here did not come with this figure. This is from the other Mando that I have, but I figure might as well, you know, go ahead and give this guy this weapon because it seems a little empty without it. But yeah, the details on him though, that paint job to make that plastic look like Beskar, it's really nice. I mean, look at the amount of detail on these Vambrace gauntlet things right here. It's really well done on both sides. He even has that little that crest on there. I forget what it's called, the Mudhorn, I believe. But yeah, look at the belt on him. I mean, everything on him. The attention to detail is amazing. Right down to his feet. I mean, look at that. Yeah, this is a really well done figure right here. And of course, it is the Beskar version that has this different type of a thigh armor. But yeah, for the accessories that this Mando comes with, he only comes with this blaster, his side blaster, which we all pretty much know what it looks like at this point. So that just goes ahead and sits on in there nicely on in his holster. The cape is the same cape that we've gotten before. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it for Mando here. For a quick size comparison for the little Grogu here he is next to the what is it, the retro collection version of himself that also comes with this little egg pod. And oh, that's not right. Anyway, sorry about that. I don't know what was that all about. But this is actually the proper figure that comes with this little retro collection. Anyways, yeah, there's a look at Grogu next to that version of him. Obviously, the retro collection is supposed to be 3¾ inch scale, but for some reason, you could tell just right away looking at those two sizes between the two little egg capsule things. And if you look at them side by side, yeah, it's a little bit of a size difference. But yeah, there's these two little dudes side by side. Another quick size comparison. Here's Grogu next to Yaddle and Yoda. Because why not? I'll go ahead and show baby Yoda there next to a few other miniature scaled figures. My final thoughts on these figures here. I'll say that at this point we've probably gotten quite a few Mando figures for the vintage collection line to choose from. To be honest with you, I'm not entirely sure if there is an updated version of him with the proper or with the nicer leg articulation than what this guy has to offer. I say go for this Mando if you guys can. It's a really cool variant of Mando, covered up in snow and stuff. The baby Grogu and the little spider creature things that it comes with are not a bad addition to any collector's collection, but unfortunately I don't have those. I just got the figure. As for the baby Grogu, if you guys want the show accurate one, probably pass on this one and get another one out of the many other variants that we've gotten of little Grogu as well. That being said, these figures are not bad. I'd give them a solid B+. But yeah, all right. Well, I mean, this concludes my review for the Star Wars The Vintage Collection The Child and Star Wars The Vintage Collection Mandalorian from Maldo Kreis. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, go ahead and leave a thumbs up. Also, feel free to share this video. That would really help me put my content more out there as a creator, so you know, that would be really awesome. And also, if it's not too much trouble, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. That would be really awesome if you guys help me out by helping this channel to grow. And you know, it would really mean a lot to me if you guys were a part of that. So, and it will also keep you guys in the loop for any new content that I might drop in the near future. So yeah, you guys are awesome for having tuned in, and this is Iron Trek 96 saying don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching.